Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your girl, Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. Before we get started, honey, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you are subscribed. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, right there, right there. While you are at it, go ahead and click the thumbs up button to like this video. It is an easy and free way to help support my channel. We are trying to grow, honey. Say it with me, growth. Okay. So y'all already know what time it is, Shadi. I got my favorite diva in the motherfucking building. My host, Nika
What's
Diva.
up, y'all? I'm happy to be here. Well, finally, to talk about Potomac.
I know, child. We back, baby. We back, shouted. We back. Because
And it's been
Potomac,
so
honey.
good, y'all. I don't know. Hey,
So,
Steven.
yes.
What's up?
Hey, Stephen Boo. I miss you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like a couple weeks. We're gonna give a couple minutes for some people are coming in. Come on in, because we got things to talk about. Because it's like, Nita, these reality girls is like just the stuff be spilling into the public. Like, it's no longer the days of just where we would watch the show and we
Right.
would
It's real life.
remember, we wouldn't hear nothing from them for like 6 months. Now they in the social,
Continuous.
it's like a continuous on the
Cycle.
news.
Yeah.
They having press conferences.
Mhm.
They in the courtroom. Baby, time
Yeah.
change in these reality TV streets. So, you guys, we are here this evening to discuss the Real Housewives of Potomac, reunion part 1 and part 2. But we have to address the elephant in the room.
Yes.
So sad. So sad. Let me y'all bear with me. I actually have a news clip. Not really a news clip, I should say a blog. A blog clip. Because we gotta talk about it, you guys. This is
Grand Dame. We have to talk about
the grand dame is not so grand right now. Karen Huger sentenced to 2 years in prison for DUI crash. She will have to serve at least 1 year. So it looks like, you guys, the 1 year is mandatory. Okay. So Karen Huger, Housewives of Potomac star, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison with 1 year suspended following her conviction on DUI and related charges stemming from a March 2024 car crash almost a year ago. It happened in Potomac, Maryland. This means Huger will serve 1 year behind bars. Okay, you guys, this has been kind of buzzing for the last couple months. It kind of died down, you guys, and then they released the footage from the
yikes.
evening, and
It was bad.
we it was pretty bad. We saw Karen like we've never seen her before. It was jaw-dropping, it was shocking, it was uncomfortable, it was unbelievable. It was a lot of footage from that evening. I mean, it started out from the initial crash when her husband Ray arrived on the scene. Police arrived on the scene, and from there, I think we all saw that Karen was definitely visibly intoxicated. She and Ray were stalling, honey. It was a lot.
It was bad.
It was bad, Nita. Then she ultimately got arrested. Then there was dash cam footage of her in the car with the officer when her wig was back here in Africa. And she talking about being, oh God, it was bad. She talked about Bravo. She talked about Thomas Jefferson and the concubine. It was terrible. Then there was footage of her at the precinct. You guys, I'm sure everybody has seen it. If you
Right.
haven't, it's out there.
Yeah.
It was bad, you guys. So that happened around the holiday season. And honestly, Karen Huger has been in the headlines ever since. The sentencing did occur yesterday. That was Wednesday, February 26th. And she was immediately taken into custody. There was no going home to getting yourself together and coming back. She was immediately taken into custody. I think we have some audio footage of
Yeah,
what took
the audio that I sent you was the her letter, like her apology or her
place.
statement to the courts,
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
judge.
And you guys, I actually watched Kempire, one of my favorite YouTubers, and he had I believe she was a journalist, was in the courtroom, and she went on YouTube live with him yesterday, right after, and she gave like very detailed information on Karen's demeanor, Ray's demeanor, who was in the courtroom, what was said, the judge's demeanor. I mean, really, really good video. So I do advise you guys, if you guys are interested in knowing the details like I am, definitely go to Kempire. And he went live yesterday again with a reporter who was in the courtroom yesterday
Right.
as everything was taking place. Let's gonna just play a little bit. I think it's lengthy, but we're just gonna play a little bit just for y'all to get the gist and to hear Karen's voice, because we don't know the next time we're actually gonna hear Karen's voice, as she is now behind bars, sadly.
I prepared a statement. Didn't want to forget anything. Your Honor, I want to apologize for taking this case to trial, but I also want to thank you for allowing me to have the trial. I think it was the mirror I needed to take a hard look at myself and the direction I was headed in. I think my prior cases, I showed up to court, followed the advice of my lawyers, got the case resolved, and went my way. I like to think I took the cases seriously, but this certainly has been such a much different experience for me. An experience that demanded that I take a look at myself, truthfully. I think for many years I was putting a band-aid on some personal history that was leaving me very unhappy. It is possible that just like taking daily medication for high blood pressure and cholesterol, I just thought medication for depression and anxiety was something that came with the territory of getting older and having more responsibilities and more to worry about. And certainly there was a sense of entitlement that I should be allowed to keep on consuming alcohol. I have been successful. It's been 15 years since my last DUI. Why should I give up the social indulgence? Well, this case is why. Drinking responsibly, especially while taking medications, mean not drinking at all. I failed at that miserably. I understand how lucky I am that I hit a tree. Thank God I did not hit a pedestrian. In recovery, I was told of a young man named Kevin who hit a tree when he was 17 years old. Kevin was in a coma for 30 days.
All right, y'all. That's all I'm gonna play because it is, it's hard to hear that. I'm gonna be very honest, you guys. Um, how do I say this? Obviously, Karen is one of my favorites. I've always said that, and I still love her. However, she is not above reproach and she's not above correction. And I do think, as much as I don't want her to go to jail, I think it's necessary. I do think that sometimes in life, when we are given X amount of chances, and I think in life, when you start to act like you're invincible, God will humble you, and circumstances in life and people will humble you. And I think that's what's happening to Karen. Even though there was a big time gap between her last two previous DUIs, nonetheless, Karen, my love, this is your fourth DUI, but this is the fourth time you were caught. God knows how many times you were driving drunk and you did not get caught. And I take drunk driving seriously because I've lost someone to it. I know two people that passed away from drunk driving. And yesterday when I was watching Kempire's live, a lot of the audience that called in had really real life stories. either they lost someone, someone's mother, I think, was paralyzed. I think I read that somewhere else, but someone's mother was paralyzed from the waist down from a drunk. It's just like people have stories. One caller actually was ran off the road and was injured and almost died from so it's just like this is very real, you guys. And if you guys have seen the footage, Karen's car was totaled. Like, I mean, she really could have hurt herself. She could have hurt someone else, and we would be sitting here having a different conversation. That sentence would have been a different sentencing had she hurt someone else. So I hate to see someone of her stature, someone of her age, to be kind of going through this so late in life. It's a little odd, but it's probably best for her. And I do pray for her, and I'm still going to support her, but you can love and support people and still hold them accountable. So I really hope she gets the help that she needs. What's your take on it, Nita?
Yeah. I kind of feel of two minds with Karen because of the way she kind of like vehemently avoided accountability and responsibility for herself. Even when, she said, I take full responsibility for my accident. I said,
Mm-hmm.
no, Karen, no, it's just the wording that if you
Yep.
listen to the wording that people use, it almost felt like the she blamed the tree or she blamed the pole that she ran into. It's like she didn't want to blame herself for something. And I'm like, no, Karen, you're still not
Right.
good. And so, yeah, so I guess jail time was necessary. However, I thought it was going to be no more than 90 days. 90 days. Because remember, the prosecution was asking for 6 months. The prosecution was asking for 6 months. And the judge was so just through with her. They threw the book at her. They gave her the maximum. And I'm like, wow, Karen, that says a lot. It really does. It really does. And it does affect a lot of people. And y'all know I have a relationship with alcohol. So I don't like to really go do too much on that or whatever. I do not. So, I'm not going to be doing too much on it. But at least in your road to recovery, it has to be acknowledgement there. It has to be, you have to acknowledge there's a problem. And all I keep hearing her say that she doesn't have a problem. And I'm just gonna leave it there, and hopefully she'll see throughout the rehabs and the stints that multiple stints that she's doing, that she'll get better. Just get better.
Absolutely. And I will say, prior to me working in mental health and substance abuse, because where I worked at, we did have substance abuse specialists and clients. Obviously, you'd have to be heartless to not kind of gain an understanding working in that environment. So I would say previous to my years working in that field, I probably was more judgmental. Now I am not. I do think alcoholism gets overlooked and judged. And I think that we should have more sympathy for it. Now it becomes hard, right? Because it's one thing when you're an alcoholic and it kind of affects you internally or your family. It is a whole other thing when you put people's lives at jeopardy. That's when it kind of shifts. So even though she's doing the time, I pray that she, like Nita says, comes to an understanding and takes accountability and is able to say, I have a problem. Like, even if she feels like she's not an alcoholic, I think if she even takes the first step to say, I have a problem with alcohol, that's a step.
Right.
Listen, it's not judgment. Like, I'm an emotional eater. There are people who binge eat. There are people who are emotional eaters. There are people who drink when they're sad and emotional. I get it. Like, the logic behind it, I get it. It's just, you can't when you start to affect the people around you and just strangers, when it affects people's safety, that's when it becomes a little bit difficult to manage, because then you have the legal system. It's totally different when you're just dealing with an addiction with your family and you guys are going through the motions. When you get the legal system involved, y'all, it gets a little tricky. So I just say that to offer, I'm not saying give Karen a pass. I'm not saying coddle her, but offer some type
Uber.
of
It's
kindness.
just really that simple.
It really is. And that's why it's very disappointing. Not only is she too damn old for this type of stupid shit, but we are in 2020. It happened 2024. 2024. Not
Exactly.
only are you even me, an average civilian who barely has any fucking money, and I mean, I'm a barely average American.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like I literally will. I did it last year. I was out. I got so drunk because I'm a lightweight, but I do drink. And I was like, I cannot drive, you guys. I can't do it. I left my car where it was at. I mean, thank God it was a safe, I left my car and I Uber. It's just you. So if you're the grand dame and you're making millions of dollars every season on Potomac, you can't hire a car service. You can't get a car service. I love a car service. What? Have y'all ever had a car service? Baby.
Right.
Karen, you got it. A car service is probably $400 a night. If you're going multiple. Girl, Karen, you got it, Pookie.
She got it. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So once you start,
but I do want us as a community, as a society, to be more sympathetic to addiction, and that's all.
They are really dragging her. Oh my God.
It's bad, but you know what it is, Nita? She brings it upon herself, not only because of the egregious act, it was her
ego. She's still like in her ego.
It was the ego. It was the I'm the grand dame and I'm gonna be vindicated. Like it was that I'm gonna be vindicated. That is what I think really bothered people, including the judge. Very bothered by her ego. And almost, I think the judge said, it seems like you thought you could beat the system.
Right.
So moving on, we'll pray for Karen. It's going to be sad. I don't know what life is going to look like for her after this, but I pray for her. All right, y'all. We had to address the elephant in the room. Now on to part 1 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, part 1, and we ain't going to be on it too long. While it was entertaining, I have way more notes for part 2. But that is okay.
Let's get into the fashions first.
Yes, honey. Thank you. You read my mind, Pookie. Let's get into the fashions, honey. Okay. Now, Nita, I don't know about you, sister, but I feel like collectively,
they did it.
This was the best dressed Potomac reunion to date out of all 9 seasons. As a collective, I think they all brought it. And I don't think we've ever been able to say that in 9 years. Like it was always like some people brought it, some people wouldn't. It was always like, they all brought it. And I mean, who was your best dress,
Girl, it's Wendy for me, baby.
Ooh,
from head to toe, makeup, hair, dress, body, chocolate. Come on. It's Wendy for me, baby. All the way down from head to toe.
Hey, Candy Boo.
Hey, Candy Girl.
Candy Girl. Yep. I always do that. I don't know why with candies. So cute. Y'all check out Candy Boo because we've been having some new subscribers. So if y'all don't know Candy Love TV, please check her out. She is also a YouTuber, content creator, and drops awesome content. She reviews. I think you're still doing Tyler Perry shows, baby. I don't know how you're doing it, but I think she's doing that. She does the reality TV. She does the Married to Medicines. Please check her out. Show her love. She always gives excellent. Oh, I'm so sorry. I usually do my thing. Yes, and 69 Ways Johnson. Same thing, baby. They be doing all the shows, baby. All the shows. Great commentary. They be having me crack. Ugh. Okay, yes. Back to the fashion time. Okay, so Nita says Dr. Wendy was her number one. We're gonna do your top three. So Wendy's number one. Who's second place for you?
I guess I'll say Kiana. And
Okay.
then possibly Giselle.
Okay.
I did not. I did like Stacy's look, but I did not like that wig she had on. It was like
Agreed.
sitting up on
It
her
was
head.
sitting up. It was. You see. Now I'm not saying I got the best wigs in the world, but baby, you see this part?
Right, we need
You see how you can
straighten
see?
comb. I'm gonna need her
You
to
see
straighten
how
comb.
you see how it's flat? You see how I got? You see how I got this flat?
Girl, that thing is sitting up at least an inch off her head. I said, baby, what is going on?
You see how it's flat? Baby Stacy's was, and she had no fucking part. Sorry, excuse my French. Who was her stylist?
I know.
Nita, you ain't got no good stylist in the DMV?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
I think they had to start getting people to come in. They had to start flying people in.
I don't understand that because there's a lot of black people in the DMV. What, you got to go to the hood to get your hair done right? That's how it is in California. No, I'm dead ass. Right. That's how it is in California. You got to go to fucking Compton to get your hair done right. And they still going to charge you an arm and a leg because it's, LA. But okay, Candy says a lot of her subs come from reviewing Tyler Perry shows. Girl.
Yeah.
I think that is astonishing. I think Tamika said the same thing too, which I just cannot believe people are still holding on tight. Those titties were doing too much.
Kiana? Oh my goodness.
She said Wendy and her. It looks like it hurts with Kay. Her titties look like it hurts. I'm okay with Wendy's titties, but Kiana Kay's, that looks painful.
Yeah, it looks painful. Honestly, a beautiful gown.
I mean, I think Wendy's number one. Oh, this is so hard. This is so hard. Because I would wear every single outfit except for Mia's. I would wear except for Mia's. I would wear every single outfit because I think Ashley looked amazing. I liked her hair. I liked her dress.
I didn't like her hair.
She did not. Okay, yeah, I heard.
I think it was the bayang. It made her look older or something.
The bayang. I actually like the side bayang, but it was controversial. So I understand now. She need to get rid of that damn white shawl. Girl, you don't need it, baby. Take it off. Take it off. Take it.
I think she was trying to bring the white. I think that was the color scheme maybe silver and white or something.
Yes.
That's what it kind of.
I just think the dress is such a moment on its own. You don't need that.
Yeah, it really took away from it. That's why I couldn't really say her because I didn't really get to see it.
Gotcha. Now this is the best Giselle has ever looked on a reunion. I think everyone, the viewers, social media, everyone kind of really, even people who don't like Giselle were like, hey, I don't know who styled you this year, but yes.
She's been trying to step it up. She's been trying to step it up.
She's been stepping it up. And I love Stacy's dress. I would wear that.
It's a pretty dress.
I love that dress, y'all. It's so pretty. Okay. The women are beautiful. I can go on and on and on because they really look so pretty. They showing all three girls in them dresses. Think about it. Huh? All three girls or all of them? Like the titties? What are you talking about? They showing all three girls in them
What's
dresses.
up, Lauren?
I don't know. Maybe I'm slow. Relax and chill TV. Maybe I'm a little slow. Monique said, I only watched 5 to 6 episodes of Potomac. It did get boring, girl. I'm not gonna lie. It started out like the first few were like, okay, we was cute. We were like, okay, we doing something. And then okay, see, I ain't that slow. Relax and chill TV. I knew you was talking about the titties. So stupid. The tatas. Okay, y'all, let's get into it, honey. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, y'all. Now, I wrote my notes. Like, let me tell y'all, this is a joke. Like, when I was watching the clips, I don't know if it's me. I like to speak into like my notes, like with Siri, just like, and it just.
Oh, that's what I need to do. Oh my
girl, because I just
sitting up here typing.
I know. I just started doing that. I just press the record button. I just go and it types it for me, and I stop and yeah. Anyway, so part one. And we don't have to stress on it. Oh no, we gotta talk about this. Okay, so part one of reunion. Sorry, what the
We
hell am I?
started off with
Yeah.
Karen.
Okay. So it really opens up with them addressing the elephant in the room, y'all. The Grand Dame, Karen, is absent from the reunion for the first time in 9 years, in 9 seasons. So she sends, oh yeah, we gotta talk about this. She sends the ladies a video message thanking a selective few for their unwavering support during this difficult time. Where are my notes? So she thanked Giselle first. She thanked Kay. She thanked Jazzy, the friend of. She even thanked Candias.
Yes.
Candias, who was no longer a
Really?
cast member. Although I'm sure Candace is coming back. Shout out to Candace. She had a baby a few months ago. Miss Candace. And she even thanked Andy Cohen. And it was very much so a shock to the cast and the viewers that she did not mention Wendy Osefo, the main cast member who was the most supportive to her the last couple years, not just this one incident. The last couple years, Wendy has really been in Karen's corner. Now it was very obvious to me, Nita, that Wendy was hurt, was disappointed, and shocked because when the segment started, she was smiling. And as the tape kept rolling, her smile lessened. So I think that was a real authentic reaction. What do you have to say about Karen intentionally leaving Wendy off the thank you list?
Y'all, I think y'all don't want to believe it, but Karen is not the nicest. She's not. I'm sorry.
I
That
love
was
her.
nasty work. It was nasty work because that girl had your back. And
100 grand.
mainly because I see Wendy more as like a pick me. Like she's like yearning for acceptance by Giselle, by Karen, the two main people. And
Yes.
I'm just like, you know, whether it was genuine or not, I just still feel like you still have to acknowledge her because she still was down for you 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? She stood on big business for you. She took up for you when you weren't there. That's the biggest indicator. If somebody takes up for you when you're not around,
okay,
when people are talking shit on your name and they come to your defense, that's a real friend.
That's a real friend. That's hard to find, baby.
Yes. And I literally I said that it was just nasty work for her to do that. But a lot of people, because she's kind of like the fan favorite, they kind of overlook some of the things that she's done over the years. And Giselle brings it up. She said, well, I already told you Karen ain't like you. I told you about Karen. She to Wendy's point, Wendy said, I didn't trust you like that. Because we weren't good. So, you know, but y'all, if y'all take a look back down memory lane, or if y'all just think about it, Karen has done some nasty things. She has not taken up for people. She's like trying to be middle. I'm trying to be neutral. I'm not, riding for people and stuff like that. And I think those are some of the things that people forget sometimes, but I ain't forget. Hey, Shayna.
Hey, Shayna Boo. Another YouTuber that y'all need to check out if you haven't already. She does TV. Do you do TV shows? TV shows, reality TV, all the good stuff. Okay. Very good commentary. Y'all, please check out my girl. Yeah, everything Nita said, child, I agree. I do think one thing that I absolutely hate and despise about reality television is that when people have their fan favorites, a lot of people do have blinders on. A lot of people do give passes and turn a blind eye whenever their favorite does something that's not really the best. And thank God I've never been that way. I've always been a person who could love you and adore you. And if you did something wrong, I'm going to tell you. And that's how I want my friends. And that's how, for the most part, a lot of my friendships work. I think that's the best way to be. And like Nita says, Karen, whether you love her or hate her, she has done some not so nice things in the past. And all the ladies have. So it's not even really a judgment. It's just more so an acknowledgement of like, and let's be, when Giselle was saying, oh, I told you, Karen, my thing is, Giselle, you did, beloved, but that was Wendy's first season. Wendy didn't need you to tell her that. As the viewers, we saw that Karen was not feeling Wendy. It was very obvious that she was not. I mean, remember the slither when she's making fun of what it was the first season. I mean, I'm sorry, Wendy's first season. It was very clear that they were not cool. So that's why I think Wendy kind of took it with a grain of salt, but she was saying, not here, but I think in the finale, she was like, well, I would have hoped since then we became close friends. Like, obviously that was like 4 years ago. So it's like, the relationship has changed. Mm-hmm. Well, I was very disappointed. Nita, do you have a thought or a guess or a speculation as to why Karen did that to Wendy? It's obvious that Wendy did something that Karen did not like. Even though I'm sure it was not warranted for this, but we're not gonna have the answer because it honestly, now that I'm saying out loud, it probably happened off camera.
Yeah, that's probably happened.
I think something happened off camera, you guys. I think something happened while the show aired on TV. You guys know how it is when the show airs on TV and the Twitter streets and the fans chime in, things get murky. So clearly something happened. I was very disappointed, Karen. Mm-hmm. Very disappointed. I thought that was disgusting.
Yeah. I agree, Shayna. Wendy does, you know how we say that people need an ally on the show. Like, Giselle, you're not fooling me, girl. You are pacifying her to beat this colorism stuff or whatever. You can't make me think no differently. I think Wendy needs to bring a true friend, one of her friends on, and make her a friend to the show.
Well, I mean, Candace and Wendy were real friends and off the show, and they're still friends. So I think Candace is a person that Wendy can trust. Wow, like I think so.
Mo 69 said.
Wait, what am I?
Because if you hold Karen accountable, she doesn't like you anymore.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Anytime we have watched it for 9 seasons, you guys. Anytime, hola, queen. Anytime anyone holds Karen accountable, she doesn't like it. She gets nasty.
Yeah.
She thinks you're against her, which is a level of manipulation. Yes. And again, it speaks to her ego because, again, Melody, people with those type of egos, they don't think they should be corrected. They don't. Right. They'll never admit it. But I don't care. They'll never, Karen and Melody are never going to say it out their mouth, but their actions show that they think that they are above reproach. I don't need them to admit it to me. That's how you act in almost every single case scenario where someone calls you out or says, hey, you made me feel this way. I didn't like that you did this. Very simple communication skills, but they get so offended and now it's like you're an enemy. Anyone who acts like that,
baby, you gotta watch those types.
You gotta watch those. You gotta watch them. Oh, but let me move on because y'all know I'm a talker. Okay, there's a little segment about Wendy going to the White House, and she admits that she does regret inviting Karen to the White House. Yeah. Okay, Wendy gets asked on her thoughts about Karen's negative comments about her to Stacey just a few months prior at that time of filming. Just a refresher, Karen allegedly said that Wendy is self-absorbed and is not a girl's girl. Wendy, even the finale, you could tell she pretty much believed it. She was like, something seems off, but it's believable.
Right.
And
And Wendy is very much a girl's girl. When I
I
tell you
yep.
the amount of excuses she tried to make for people in their bad behavior, even if they have thrown water in her face, hit her with a pocketbook,
she's very forgiving. Very forgiving.
She still comes to some type of, let's not gang up on her. Let's not do that. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't like a gang up. So to me, I feel like that could be a girl's girl to me. Like
it reminds me of myself.
I have not seen any evidence of Wendy not being a girl's girl. So
I have not. Now the cast did agree that she's self-absorbed and she owned it. She owned it.
Did you see how many damn birthday parties she had for the?
That was the longest birthday celebration I have ever seen across any Housewives franchise in the 14 years that Housewives have existed on Bravo. I swear to you guys, I have never.
Wendy strikes me as a Leo. That is her. That's what she. That's what she gives me.
So many bad things about
Let
Leo.
Let me see.
Oh, I hear so many bad things about Leos. Anybody in the chat, Leo? Defend yourself because it ain't looking good. The Leos, man, I hear a lot of bad things about Leos.
Oh no, she's a Gemini.
Okay, girl. Girl, don't ignite the Leos, Nita.
I'm telling you, Leo, they are self-absorbed. They are.
Where they gonna come out and get you, Nita? Let's see. Okay, here's a jaw-dropping moment. Wendy reveals that Karen warned her about Stacey as well and told her to be very careful about the woman that's about to enter this group because she is very smart and very educated.
Baby, that aside, the gag for me was Giselle talking about she is.
When Giselle said she is, I said Giselle. This I don't like the way Giselle be riding on Stacey, and I liked how in the reunion Stacey stood up for herself. She did a good balance because I feel like she took it on the chin and she took it in laughter, but she also kind of spoke up for herself, but not too aggressive. It was a perfect little balance that she did, which I can appreciate because I don't know if I would have had the same, like, because bitch, you trying to call me dumb? Like, what you talking about?
Girl, I'm telling you, when I tell you, Giselle, you know, she's normally on mute. She keeps it cute and be on mute. But she really clocked the F in on this reunion.
Oh, she clocked the F in, baby. Wait, in part two, we gonna get to part two. She read me her rights. Woo, y'all know I do not go up for Giselle, but baby, I had to.
She clocked in. Clocked in.
I'm gonna get back to. I'm gonna address Karen's comments about Stacey later because Karen might have been onto something. I'm gonna address it later. And then yes, just to wrap it up, Andy brings up Giselle's previous comments about Karen typically taking the new girl under her wing, grooming them, and kind of giving them the 411 from her perspective, and kind of tries to skew their thoughts and opinions on the other ladies. And it is true. You can't deny it. We've seen it. Now, on to some bullshit that, Nita, I literally rolled my eyes the entire segment. So they bring on, I don't even think we have a photo of her because she's a friend of. Yeah, we don't because she's a friend of. But Jazzy, you guys, Jazzy.
Girl, why I was trying to forget about her though.
You know, Jazzy was a disappointment, and let me say this: I don't want to roast her as far as her presence on the show because sometimes it's not the talent, it is production. There could have been times that she did show up and they just cut her out the scene. I don't know. Because I feel like they did that to Ascala. There was times that Ascala actually like said she spoke up, but they didn't air it. So it's like, I don't, and it's happened to certain friends of on Married to Medicine. Like, these people are like, hell no, I spoke up, but they just didn't air it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to, but I mean, me and Nita agreed, like Jazzy came out the gate, very entertaining. She seemed like a good fit with the ladies. She was kind of carrying her own. She was opinionated. She knew to speak up. She
Right.
wasn't just a quiet little mouse. She had things to say. And we thought, okay, Jazzy, we kind of like you.
Okay, we're here for you.
We like you. And then after that first cast trip, and then we didn't see her for a while. Then she showed up at Wendy's birthday when they were all white. After that, we didn't see the girl. So that was a little disappointing. Again, I don't know if I should blame her or production, but it's unfortunate. I don't know if she got a fair shot. Nonetheless, Jazzy. She's someone I thought I would be cool with until this messy situation with her and Darius.
The scandal. Yeah.
Oh, y'all. So Jazzy gets questioned about her about being a side chick to Darius, who is an NFL player who currently plays for the Cowboys, I think she said. I'm like, girl, the math is not mathing, my love. She continues to say, you guys, that they've been together for a couple years. However, his youngest child is 1 year old at that time when they were filming. The baby just turned one. It's very simple to me. It's either he cheated on her or she was a side chick. Not really any other way to like slice it or dice it.
Yeah.
Darius,
and for me, I just think that shows character. It just shows character. And so, what do you think he's going to do to you? Like,
boom.
I don't know. You know,
I don't know if she. Let me just. Oh God, I'm sorry. I don't know if the girl is desperate for a ring. She's desperate because she knows she's an NFL player and she's just thugging it out to get the ring, get the money, because there is, as a woman in her mid-30s, I know, I have enough sense to know that if I'm dating a man and he has a newborn, chances are he's still dealing with the baby mama, which 9 times out of 10 they are, because it's very much so fresh. I mean, the woman just pushed your child out her poom poom.
Right. And that's like the other one is only 2 years old.
2 years old. So you had, ma'am, he had 2 children with a woman back to back, and you are trying to defend yourself off of a technicality.
Yeah. And she's talking about she has wedding invitations. I didn't hear anything about an engagement. I was like,
no, they were engaged already when she came on the show.
Oh, were they? Ooh,
yeah,
that was fast.
I'm almost positive. Yeah, they were engaged when they got him on the show, if I'm not mistaken.
You can't defend that one for me.
Darius and his ex, like Nita said, have a 1 year old and a 2 or 3. Yeah, she says that she had no idea of the other woman at the time when they began dating. Says that he never posted any photos of that woman on his social media whenever they first started dating. Shout out to Color Me Pink, Keisha Urban, a YouTuber. She, little entertainment journalist that she is, a few months ago, she dug up the baby mama's Instagram page, and there was photos of them.
And she interviewed her, didn't she?
And she interviewed her. And the baby mama dropped all types of dates, receipts, timelines, proof, timeline. If y'all know the reference, shout out to Salt Lake City. Proof, timeline, receipt. So, Jazzy, beloved, I find it hard to believe that you were dating an NFL player and you did not Google schmoogle him and did not see his Christmas pajama photos with his ex and their baby.
Oh, that's because she didn't want to see it.
Hello. She's just dumb. I mean, or she's just fooling all of us and she's in it for the money and is just here for the status and the.
Either way, it didn't look good.
Either way.
I was just like, all right.
It looks terrible. Moving on.
All right, girl. Had it like you deserve.
And this is where we're going to close out. Like I said, part one wasn't really a lot. It was entertaining, but it wasn't a lot. So, child, they get into Stacy. Oh, yeah. Before Jazzy exits stage left, some behind the scenes tea gets exposed. So, they get into Stacy, Mia, Jazzy, and what had happened in Miami for Mia's birthday, y'all. And it is messy. So I was rushing, so I didn't write the details, but so I'm just using my memory, and hopefully Nita can help me if I mess up. So what had happened was, y'all, story time. What had happened was it was Mia's birthday, and Mia sent a very nice text message to a very select few of the ladies. That included Jazzy and Stacy. I was very surprised that
those were the two.
Those were the two, like Wendy, not Kay. Kay, who was very nice and helped. Anyway, Mia's weird. Anyway, so she sends them a text. And I'm going to focus on the text thread between Stacy because that's what was highlighted. Stacy responds, "Oh my gosh, thank you for thinking of me. I cannot wait to celebrate you. I will be there." Woo, 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 woo. Mia responds, Mia the liar, before Stacy brought out the text message proof, Mia was caught in a lie because what Mia tried to say was her point of contact was the one who sent the text. And Stacy said, "Well, bitch," and she tried to say like she didn't respond. Stacy was like, "Oh, bitch.
You did."
And Mia was trying to grab it, and she was like, let me hand it to Andy Cohen. Did you remember that when Mia was trying to grab the phone, and Stacey said, no, Andy, here you go. And
right.
She was not playing because she knows
they had their foot on that girl's neck.
Ooh, Nita. Andy went to read it. He said, "Oh," he was like, "Well, Mia, it looks like you responded." So then she gets the itinerary. It's the whole shebang. So it's the dinner. No, they touch down in Miami. No word from Mia. I don't think Mia even responded.
Right.
And I want to say they had some type of correspondence with Jacqueline, but I don't know the timeline of when and what time of the night. Child, they go to the dinner, and Mia is an hour late, which isn't the most dramatic thing in the world when you're the birthday girl, but I guess Stacy left and did not hear from Mia until the next day, until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Basically, y'all, Mia was shady and she left Stacy and Jazzy stranded. Mind you, they got on a flight. They left their home. They left their family to come support Mia. And Mia kind of left them stranded. And they held her feet to the mother freaking fire. And it was like, "Oh, I'm just, I have a lot going on. And it's just like a lot right now." And Wendy was like, "Mia, I'm sorry. Like, I love you, but it just seems like
it's not genuine.
It's just not genuine. This is what I always kind of do every time you get called out. You want to put the waterworks, and you want us to get sympathy, and it's just not gonna. I love you. It's not gonna work today. It's just not gonna work today." And all the girls were kind of in consensus. So you guys, to close it out, part one, after the segment and everything that happened, they take a break. Mia goes into the dressing room of Stacy's to apologize to her and just like, "I'm sorry. Like, I just have so much going on. And like, I'm like, now that I think about it, I haven't been a good friend. Like, I really haven't been a good friend to you, to anybody. And I'm so sorry. Can you please forgive me?" Stacey said, "I mean, Mia, I hear you, but it doesn't feel genuine right now. I can't receive it right now because it just doesn't feel genuine. I'm sorry."
Right.
Did I do good? Did I do?
Yes, okay. You did. D movie man, read his comment.
Movie.
It is so funny.
If I spend my hard-earned money, yes, to fly out to
that part,
and I end up getting ghosted and stranded, we might end up on the 6 o'clock.
Crash out.
You saw in the
Listen,
commercial break, whatever it was, Ashley was like telling Giselle, she was like, bitch, if you ever do that to me. Giselle was like, I would never do that to you. Ashley was like, girl, I'll put you in a chokehold. Like it was a consensus of like,
that is insane. That is insane. However, comma, Miami is one of my favorite places to
oh
be.
yeah, because I would have had a ball either way.
I would have made the best of it, but bitch, it would have been fuck you.
It would have been fuck you. It would have been up and stuck every time I see you, bitch. And pay for my hotel, bitch, and my flight, ho. Give me a refund, ho.
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna have fun in Miami, baby. I love Miami now.
Oh man, that is my favorite place.
I'm due for a Miami trip this year. I don't know when it's gonna be. Sometime this year.
Girls,
I went twice.
I ain't going nowhere unless I can drive, child.
I went twice. Oh, I went to Miami twice in 2023. Twice. And once in 24. So
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement that was shady, and it really.
And I'm glad they didn't appease her. I'm glad that they didn't be like, oh, okay, all right, no, bitch.
I'm so sorry.
Forever,
bitch. Sorry,
we have beef forever.
You deserve it. All right, that was fun. Part 2, baby. So part 2, y'all buckle up, y'all damn seatbelt, cause I got notes. Cause part 2 had it going on. Okay, so part 2, y'all, the continuation of Mia. So after Stacey said, "I can't receive your apology right now. I'm sorry, Mia." Mia goes to her dressing room. Has a breakdown, child. She tells the production crew she want to leave. She gonna go home. Child, they had to go bug Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen had to get his ass up and deal with the melodramatics. Now, Andy did a good job. He was professional. I feel like he tried to coddle her because he was just like, bitch, get the whatever I got to say to this bitch. We got a show to do, bitch. Get out. But he was very nice.
So he like, bye, Mia.
He did the, I know. So he went back there and basically was just like, look, give her a little pep talk. Says, give yourself some grace. You owned up to the situation. You apologize. So don't beat yourself up. Andy said whatever he could.
Wait a minute. Is the irony of this is that the same way we started out the episode, we ended the episode. Is that how that happened?
Isn't that funny? Yes. That's a good point.
I'm like, yeah, you sitting up here talking about Gordon mental illness or something. Are you okay, Megan?
She just couldn't take it. She could not take the heat. She could not take being in the hot seat. And I feel like she should have prepared herself because for months, when the ladies did interviews, it was a consensus. Every single lady that did an interview, when they would say, oh, who has the most to answer to at the reunion? Everybody said me. Everybody said Mia. So I knew a couple months ago already she was going to be in the hot seat. So, bitch, if I knew, bitch, you should have known. And don't get me wrong, I think Mia was poised with how she answered the questions. She was not as defensive as she usually is. So I do think she took it on the chin a little bit, but the outbursts and the crying, that kind of was too much. Okay, moving on. So, baby, enough of Mia. We'll get back to Mia later, y'all. They move on to this really interesting segment about, I guess, Ashley and Josh or whatever. So, baby, Ashley and Wendy get into it, honey, because Ashley calls out Wendy for the jokes that she made about her man, her current boy toy, I should say, because they're not official. They're not official, okay? So, Wendy called the boy Jack Harlow, which is not a diss because Jack Harlow's cute to a lot of people, and he's trendy, and he's a rapper, and he's, so it ain't no shade, nigga look like Jack Harlow. Now, the part that bothered Ashley was that Wendy said that Ashley dating Josh is a lateral move from after dating Michael. Now, can you help me understand what you think Wendy meant? Am I just a little slow? I didn't know. really, it wasn't
No,
clear to me like what the implication, what the shade was supposed to be, like what the specific. Am I slow?
no, it
It
was, it
wasn't
was
clear.
odd to decipher, but my thoughts was is that she like went from one white man to another white man, but not
Okay.
because they don't like on a monetary or successful type
Yeah,
of,
they're nothing. There's no similarity except that they're both
right.
white.
So the only thing I can think of is ethnicity or race or
Okay.
whatever, that you ain't gonna try
Okay.
something new, you ain't gonna get no chocolate, you ain't gonna
Yeah,
you know
I don't think I. God, I thought it was fun shade. Like I just don't. The white woman victim with the listen, Ashley's white side has been coming out. And I have Ashley is the definition of just I think as much as I dislike Giselle over the years, I think my disdain for Ashley actually weighs higher than Giselle's because Ashley, since the beginning, has always been a person who could dish it, but could never take it. She is always the one spearheading gossip, spearheading drama, spearheading mess, conjuring up rumors, conjuring up jokes at other people's expense
Mhm.
over the years. Commenting on people's marriages, accusation, implication, the whole nine. We've seen her done it.
Well,
And
I wouldn't say that she can't take it, because I feel like she does stand up for herself. I think she gets a little defensive. I don't
that's
think
what
she runs. I don't think she runs and cries. I feel like she try to go toe to toe.
yeah, but
So,
that can still mean you're not taking it. You're dishing it and you can't take it. You're not taking it. Her
oh
not
no,
taking
you ain't gonna come out your mouth funny
no
side
no
to me,
no
and
no
I ain't
no
gonna have no comeback.
no 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 no
Oh,
no. What I'm saying is anytime Ashley does something at the expense of someone else's life, marriage, relationship, whatever, when she is called to the fire, she gaslights, manipulates, tries to minimize, try to do all the things like she did with Wendy. And I'm going to bring it up in this moment. Whenever someone has a opinion, I'm not saying they bully, I'm saying when someone on the cast even has a simple opinion, question, concern about Ashley, her marriage, Michael, she gets defensive, she gets nasty, she gets almost like, oh, how dare you? And that is the issue. Even Karen, even though Karen's not the best person to fight right now, but Karen, there was when she said the clankety clank, don't tell Michael, don't drop this. I will never forget the way she gaslit the entire motherfucking cast when Michael had his sexual allegations of grabbing the cameraman's Ashley
well, that
acted.
didn't really age well.
Oh, well, not the clankety clank, but think about what Michael did and how Ashley
Right,
acted. It's not that Ashley can't take it because they're being mean. She can't take it
the
when they
truth.
ask, when they bring the truth, when they ask her questions,
Yeah.
when they are curious, she can't take it. So my thing is, Ashley, you can be Inspector Gadget, you can interrogate everybody else, but they can't do it to you. It don't work that way. It does not work that way in life, real life, or reality TV. There is no fucking
Yeah.
way. You cannot be everybody's judge and jury, and then when it comes to you, you can't take it. Absolutely not. And that's my
Right.
problem.
But
Ashley,
that's the game. Like, you
it's
gonna
not
have
the
to
game.
hit fire.
Everyone doesn't.
You gonna have to hit fire with fire on this reality
Yeah, but I
TV.
feel like everyone doesn't
That's
do
what it is. It's shade
everyone.
for shade.
I don't feel like everyone does what Ashley does the way Ashley
Yeah,
does it.
no, don't. Ashley is the Tasmanian
She
devil.
is, and
Okay.
she tried to come for Eddie. I'm about to get into it after this comment. Ashley literally insinuated that Monique's. Oh, yep, thank you. Major shit. That's what I'm saying. It be major shit that she's done
Mhm.
over the years. You tried to insinuate because she had a man. Woo,
My
that pissed
thing
me
is,
off.
when Ashley be up on the ropes, she just be fighting back. That's just it. That's just it in a nutshell. Are you going to stay on the ropes, or are you going to fight back?
But you can fight back, but the issue is you cannot be the judge and jury and the moral police for everybody else. And then when it comes to you and people ask you questions and inquire and hold you responsible, you can't take it, baby. It don't work that way. And she tried to gaslight Wendy in this episode. I'm about to get into it right now. So
and Wendy got her off
together. Well, Wendy was like, well, look, girl, it was light shade. He'll be okay, honey. And she basically said, Ashley, you're a hypocrite because you talked about my husband on national television. Ashley denies it. Then they rolled the beautiful bean footage in 2021. Ashley, I think this is right after she gave birth to the second baby. On camera, remember I said that, on camera, she pulls Wendy to the side strategically and says, well, you know, Giselle told me that there was some type of rumor and some of the bloggers are saying that Eddie has a cheating scandal. Ashley's ignorant defense was, oh, it was already out there and a blogger already wrote an article. Wendy is like, bitch, you brought it on national television for the whole world to hear about it. You guys, this was not the Shade Room. This was not the Jasmine brand. This was not the Neighborhood Talk. It was a local or a lower level blogger who wrote the articles. It wasn't like plastered out there. So Ashley, and it's crazy that she's defending it and gaslighting Wendy. Ashley took it upon herself to bring it on camera. And that was Wendy's point. Ashley, take it up with the blogger. Take it up with the blogger. No, the blogger only reached maybe a few hundred people, maybe 1,000 people. You brought it on television, bitch, and it got to millions of people. So do not compare apples to oranges and do not insult my intelligence, especially the intelligence of Dr. Wendy Osefo. Right. Don't do that, bitch. Right. I hate Ashley. Ashley is someone I could never be friends with because she does shit like that. She tries to play in people's face and play on your intelligence. Bitch, the blogger's article reached maybe 1,000 people. You pulled me on camera and it reached millions. Now millions of people are hearing a rumor that my husband is having an affair. Totally different, Ashley. You're full of shit and Wendy called you out. You're full of shit and Wendy called you out. Then to add insult to injury, when Andy's trying to wrap up the segment because it's not going anywhere, Ashley throws a dig, at Wendy and Eddie and said, I don't talk about your husband. Oh, I mean, let's talk about the husband. Is Eddie still a lawyer? Is he still practicing law? Is he still a lawyer? And Wendy said, see, there you go. Nasty, evil. She's like, no. So it's like, come on, y'all.
She doesn't.
Come on.
She doesn't.
What you mean is my husband not? What you trying to see? I'd be ready to fight because now you talking about my husband and his career. What do you know about why are you?
And what does it have to do with you? Like
that exactly. So it's always gonna be
all of the income is coming to my house, so you don't have to worry about it.
Clock that tea. Yeah, why is she trying to bring
up? For?
Don't bring up my husband law degree and if he's still practicing law, bitch. What are you trying to? And she did it in a shady way. Like, girl, fuck you. Fuck Ashley forever. She ain't shit. Go take care of your fucking crackhead ass mama, bitch.
Let's go ahead and shout out D Movie Man and Shayna.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, I already gave Shayna. A shout out.
And Love. Go check them out.
We're just watching your videos on our drive. Oh. Yes, Shayna does really good. I was watching Shayna's video this week. She had me cracking up. I was watching her Married to Medicine. Cracking up. So yeah, it's F Ashley in her forehead. Okay. So now it is Kay's segment. Let me bring up back the pictures so y'all can see the ladies.
Look, as you talk about foreheads, let me bring my head to the front.
Oh, girl, no. Your forehead and Ashley's forehead is nothing alike, Nita the diva. So, baby, We gonna move. Okay, so Kay segment. Okay, lovely Kay. I really like Kay. I think she's a sweetheart. Something about Kay, she just feels very genuine to me when she interacts with the women, when she talks to the women. I get a very genuine vibe from Kay, and
Yeah,
I really do enjoy her.
for sure.
Now,
I just don't like the way how she deal with that man of hers.
at all, I am not a
Oh,
fan. Not a fan. So of course she's taking up for him. So she explains that um let's see. She reveals that her and Greg are currently in a good place, and they actually just went ring shopping a couple weeks prior to them filming the reunion. She says that they did actually separate, you guys, for a few months, but are now back together and back on track. She no longer lives with him, which thank God, and is actually in the process of purchasing a property for herself. I think like a condo or something like that. She mentioned, she explains that while Greg did sign up to do the show to support her, he just never was able to get comfortable with the cameras. This is just not him. He's a very private man, and it was a little bit more than he had anticipated. She also explains that he did build up some type of resentment for the show, stemming from when she was injured in the previous season by Ashley's Muppet faced friend, Deborah. So it was just a lot for him to handle. Let's dissect that, Nita. Yes, I can't wait to hear your commentary.
tag me in, coach. Tag me in. Baby, when I say he had some resentment against the show, it was because of the comments. Everybody clocked. Everybody clocked him and his interactions with Kay and how he was trying to stifle her and make her dim her light and stuff like that. And that noise was very loud.
Thank you.
Dr. Wendy actually brought that up. She said something about, being on reality TV. It brings up a lot of feelings. It brings up a lot of things. The comment section, the people on the videos, everybody has an opinion and stuff like that. And that's the resentment. It wasn't because of that. Because if it was because of that, then you wouldn't have signed the consent form.
Okay.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah. Were they protecting, were they going easy on Kay? Because they didn't show any of the flashback footage of him kind of putting her down and making her feel lesser than and dimming her light. They didn't even show the clip of her crying at lunch to the ladies. So I kind of felt like it was giving a very political correct answer. And it's not to say that none of what she said is true, but I feel like she skimmed over a big deal. He wants to say the cameras, don't get me wrong, it was very obvious that he was not comfortable with the cameras. But like you said, Nita, baby, you were crying to the ladies, not because the cameras, you was crying because he was dimming your light and putting you down and made you feel lesser than.
Girl, I was crying for you because you're so talented and so ambitious.
Yes,
and he just wants to quell it. He wants to quell it. He wants you to be his maid, mattress, and mule. Shout out to Erica De Niro. That's what he wants. And girl, you gotta notice the red flags. You have to notice the red flags. Cut your losses. Do not be talking about no ring shopping because guess what? After the ring, it gets even worse, sir. Shout out to Future.
Break it out. Yeah. Girl.
It gets worse, sir.
It gets worse.
So don't think that the ring is going to change a thing. It's not. Kim Zolciak and Candy Burris already told you the ring doesn't mean a thing.
The ring didn't mean a thing. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
And then look at Kim and Croy now. Girl, if you look at Portia and Simon now. Absolutely not. Get out of my face. If you don't see them things for red flags that they are, baby,
the ring didn't mean a thing.
If you moved out of the house that y'all were building together and you bought your own condo before y'all jump the broom, baby, that's a red flag. And please, please, please don't think it's gonna change. That's all I'm saying.
I like Case. I like her so much. I want her to be happy. And I just think she can do better than Greg. I think she can do better. Karen, exactly, way too young, beautiful, and gifted to end up becoming Papa Greg's D Movie Man. Are you following me? Because I followed you on Instagram.
Kiana, it's time to go, baby. Just like Sweet Tea
on YouTube, boo boo. Cut it.
Sweet Tea,
cut it.
Kiana, cut your losses, because what you can't get back is your motherfucking time. You cannot get your time back. Okay. Do not give these men your good years. Don't do it.
Kate could have any ninja she won't. Bitch, do you know who you are?
They don't.
I just told my girlfriend this.
They don't.
Do you know who the you are? Stand up.
Stand up.
Sometimes we have to be reminded. It is actually sad because I have seen a boyfriend like dim my friend's light, and I told her it's because he's jealous, he's insecure, and he tries to put you down, like, because he ain't shit. He's insecure. So he tries to lessen her, like, oh, you not all that. You just, I'm like, do you know the niggas that she be pull? You must not know. Let me shut up.
She can show them better than she can tell.
I can show you back and tell you, boo boo. What
she can show him better than she can tell him.
Miss one, next 15, one coming. And that's word to my mama. Okay? I'm not trying to say a lot, but he doesn't even look like he's put. Ooh. Yeah, I can't see him really. I can't really see him doing it right. Doing it. I don't really see. That's a great point, boo. I never thought about it, but you're right. I don't see him putting it down like that. Corey needs to be free. Yeah, I feel bad for Corey. Free Corey. Baby, Kim is he has a humiliation kick. Is she was support? Oh, girl. I didn't see it until Nita was like, girl, go to my Facebook page and pull it up. I said, what? I said, a song. Girl, that was hit. But y'all, I had to trim it out the live because they copied.
I did too.
Shayna, girl, that's gonna be the laughing stock next week. I can't wait to see your review about
that was a hot ass mess.
I
was just like, and then her dumb ass sitting up there. Good job. Good job.
Oh, you did. Thank you, boo. I feel special now. Okay. I feel special. Wait, what, Shayna? She definitely put. Oh, I did. It was all love, though. I just wanted to feel special. That's all. That's all.
We need to know it was real. We need to know.
Yeah, tell me if it's real, okay? Tell me if it's real. D Movie Man, tell me if it's real.
Need validation.
I need validation, please. Oh, y'all. Okay, we go. This I can't wait for Nita. Oh my God. Let me brace myself. Hold on, girl. We're about to get into TJ and Stacy. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, Jesus, because I already know Nita about to. All right. Let me get my shit together. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm goofy tonight. It gets revealed, y'all, that Stacy and TJ are no longer together. She explains that the relationship was a lot of pressure for both of them. And I give her this, and that when she watched the show back, she did notice a lot of things about him that bothered her or that were concerning for her. And they rolled the beautiful beam footage, and they did a flashback to Wendy's 40th birthday when they were dressed in all white. And that cringy scene, y'all, when he was being very aggressive, he was being an asshole, very demeaning, very condescending, very controlling, basically chastising her for leaving him at the party to fend for himself. And oh, get your hand off me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Get your hand off! Woo, that was uncomfortable. I remember Nita went ham turkey grits. I believe, Nita, if I'm not mistaken, you did read him. Did you not read him for filth?
I did.
Yeah, I remember you did a really good rant.
Look, the hand is up.
Nita did a very good rant, you guys. Y'all may want to go back in the archives because she went ham turkey grits on his ass, rightfully so. Stacey did tear up on that segment because she mentioned that her family was very bothered by that scene, and that actually made her get emotional and cry. Her family did not like it at all. She made it very clear that her family was bothered by that scene. Yo, Andy is so shady. He asked Stacey if her and TJ are still best friends, and she said yes, they are. Wendy says, "Oh, okay, well, shit. I mean, nothing's really changed then, girl, because you was best friends before without no dick, and now y'all still best friends after. You still ain't getting no, so ain't really much. I mean." And Stacey took it on the chin. She was like, "Well, thank you, Wendy, for buttoning it up perfectly." Like,
that's what I like about Stacey, because I feel like she is very lighthearted. She do take it on the chin for the most part. Yes. But I feel like season 2, we gonna get a little different Stacey.
We're going to get a completely different Stacey. We're gonna dive in.
She's feeling the lay of the land. You can't do too much. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the dynamics, the archetypes that we're working with. So I felt like she did a really great job coming in very light, very airy, very non-defensive, and all the things. But I do not fear.
You peep the game, though.
I do see her coming in hot next season.
Ding, 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 ding. And we're going to get into it a little bit later when we mention Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about little Miss Stacey and the Detroit that's in her, deep inside. It might not be that deep. It might be right in the surface, and we don't even know it, y'all. So, so Stacey claims that Andy was very shady. It was like, well, can I ask a personal question? So what sexual acts? How far did y'all take it? Basically, Stacey was like, look, baby. She claimed that she and TJ have had intimate moments together, but just never had sex. And they were trying to get like specific, like, okay, so was there any like below the belt, like below the waistline action? Baby, she ain't answered, child. So
don't ask me no questions like that. Who asks grown people questions about what they doing in their bedrooms?
Very invasive, but it was like a play. I don't like it either, but it was a play. It was and I'm not saying it was right.
They made it a big thing over the season, and I felt like it was just kind of like, girl, put your boundary up and be like, girl, get the fuck out of business. What the fuck?
It became, I agree, Nita. I think even during the season, it became a little invasive at times. At first, it was funny, but I felt like they kind of dragged it throughout the season. And it was very uncomfortable when they had the event at Karen with the couples and like how they were grilling him like in person.
You better not ask me what's going on in my bedroom, girl. I'll cut you out every which way but loose. Girl, what? No. You or Andy, a housewife or Andy, nobody gets to ask me what's going on in my bedroom.
I agree, but it was funny. But I agree.
I mean, it was cute. I mean, because they did do it, and she did take it on the chin, and she was kind of like going with it or whatever. But girl, I would have shut that shit down unless that was a part of her storyline.
It was part of a storyline. And so, to your point, I feel like if she was going to shut it down, she should have shut it down during the season. Mm-hmm. It's gone now. It's run its course. It's par for the course. It's a joke. It was a big thing in the season.
Let it in this episode right here. Don't ask me no more questions.
I agree.
But part 3 is we're talking about TJ.
Yeah, we're gonna. This ain't the last of TJ, you guys. So
Nope.
okay, more of Stacy. We're about to get into it, and I can't wait to share my thoughts. So it gets revealed, you guys, that Stacy and Vivian, who was her friend, who was the fashion designer, the boutique owner, who was also friends with Karen, just to refresh y'all's memory, who Miss Vivian is, beautiful Black queen. They're no longer friends. And Wendy says that Stacy told her in reference to Vivian, that bitch. And the whole cast was like, Stacy, you talk like that? Like, and y'all,
her cousin already told her tea.
Ding, 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 ding.
He already told her tea.
Thank you, Nita. You read my mind, Boopy, and it's in my notes.
He was
Everybody was like, Stacy, you talk like that? And I'm like, Stacy, your slip is starting to show. And you guys, I hope I'm wrong, but dare I say, Stacy is giving me a little bit of Phaedra Parks. And let me explain. She's giving me OG Phaedra Parks. Not Phaedra now.
No,
Phaedra,
I get it.
You get what I'm saying. Phaedra.
First season of Phaedra.
First couple seasons of Phaedra, when she really tried to push the Southern Belle and the Willie Watkins and the
just like Mel tried to do it too. So that whole
and I like Stacy. I like her. She's an amazing addition. But you guys, I think we're seeing her slip show. And it's not bad right now. It's cute right now. But like Nita said, mark our words. Next season, we are going to see a completely different Stacy. And I have it on my notes. And Nita is also intelligent and caught on to it. When Stacy had that sit down with her friend, cousin, I thought it was a friend. Was there a cousin?
Gay boyfriend.
Her gay friend from Detroit. Her homie from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, well, bitch, I feel like you've changed. You've become very prim and proper.
He was like, who are you?
Who are you?
Are you okay?
He called her out. He said, you've become really prim and proper and pristine. And she was like, TJ ain't even your type. He was like, you dating him? He's such a square compared to who you. That's why I'm like, well, damn, Stacy, was you dating hood niggas? What kind of niggas?
Right. Can I say, well, we know her husband is white, though.
This is true. And that's why I was.
I mean, not saying that they can't be hood or whatever.
Yeah, and I say hood being playful. You know,
I think he may be talking about her college years. He may be talking about a person that he knew prior to her moving on, getting married, having children, and then landing this job.
I'm going to give a little grace, but I have my eye on Stacy. So I want to get into this Vivian thing because I am a little disappointed. I'm kind of side-eyeing Stacy as far as her reasoning for saying that Vivian is dead to her, which I don't
not like that
term. I don't like that term a lot because I take death very seriously.
And then I'm sorry. And then it was just, it felt so unwarranted about
a fucking dress. That's what I'm saying, girl. It came off unwarranted. So
now I can understand people saying you unalive to them, whatever. I get all that.
Usually it's when you do something egregious, like,
but that was not that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like that term, but I understand it in certain circumstances, but I do not think what Vivian may or may have not done was warranted. It did not warrant that. So I am definitely side-eyeing Stacy. Stacy said that.
Hey,
Stacy said, well, let me see, because I have my screen closed off. Hey, boo. Thanks for joining in. Yes, I've been side-eyeing.
I ain't got no makeup on today. I look crazy.
You really don't look crazy. You look very pretty. You look very pretty without makeup. I promise. I'm not just saying that because we're friends.
I don't feel like it.
I've seen some look, and I think you look very beautiful and youthful without makeup because I've seen. But child, this is what had happened, child. So Stacey says that she elevated Vivian by having her be the main fashion designer for the event, and I think the organization or the charity or whatever. Stacey says that she is, this is quotes, you guys. Stacey says she is mortified that Vivian would put her in an outfit that one of her castmates has previously worn. She is dead to me. Everyone was like, damn, is it fancy? Like, god dang. Like, everybody was like, dead to, like, girl.
Mo, but when I tell you
what?
that's the way the white housewives act.
They do. Oh, yeah.
They are like I just started watching them.
Oh,
And when I
girl,
tell you the vitriol that they be having over caviar and cocktails, girl, I be like, girl, what?
Stupid shit, bro.
So maybe it feels alien to us because we are, but that's what housewives probably fight over.
That's some of them white bitches on the house. That now I'm gonna tell you who don't. I'm gonna tell you who has good banter, good conflict. New Jersey. That shit be real conflict, not a little mediocre, little foo-foo. Real shit be going down in Jersey. And I gotta give it to the Salt Lake City girls. Now, sometimes even Salt Lake, it do be trivial stuff. It do, but they have a good balance between trivial and like serious that it actually works. But them OC bitches, they be having trivial shit, and they also have serious. So, but Nita's right.
Give her a little bit of grace because they be fighting over even less.
I mean, in the words of Funky Dineva, are you trying to say that Stacey is black like this and not like this?
Possibly. Yeah.
And I don't judge because I was called a white girl, an Oreo, and so that's triggering for me because I was bullied like that. But I wonder too, Nita, when her friend said, you become so prissy and proper, do you think her being on QVC had anything to do with that?
I do. And I feel like it's just like a part of her having the cameras up. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I go to work, like QVC is work, but work for her is having a camera up in her face. And you know how we code switch.
And QVC, let's not lie, y'all. Even though they welcome all ethnicities, QVC is definitely mainly for the white audience.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my mom be my mom be shopping from them once or twice a year, but we know QVC is definitely catered to the Caucasian base. So I don't know.
Yeah, and so I feel like it's just like one of them things that she's just kind of like used to doing. It's like a part of her, just her persona. Just like I said, like you go to work, my judge come in my office, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Sit up proper, you talk nicely. You take the bass out your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you just do it.
I mean, we've all done it. We've all worked. Some of us have worked in corporate. I mean, we all worked in professional settings. We all know to do it. But I think with her, it's different. Again, it reminds me of the OG seasons with Phaedra. I remember it was like when Phaedra had a hot mic moment and said a curse word, it was like, "Ooh, Phaedra, you curse." It was just because she put out there, like, she's just so. That's why the entire cast was like, "Stacey, you talk like." It wasn't. It was you talk like that. They were so shocked. So that's why it reminded me of Faye, OG Faye. So again, y'all.
And when you said it, it was like, I'm like, okay, I can see that.
It's the OG, so we're gonna see, but I do agree with Nita that next season we will see a different Stacey. And I just hope that she doesn't.
She just kind of like dipped her toe in.
This reunion, she dipped her toe in. And I think
we got a good reception. Everybody that I've seen a couple of people like Tammy talk, she said that she's fake. She clocked it at the beginning. I've seen a couple of people say she was fake, but at the end of the day, I think that she was more pleasant than she was nasty.
I agree.
And I think the pleasantness, like, we kind of got a good taste in our mouth for her. And so now, like, now it feels like if I gotta pull the claws out, I'm gonna pull the claws out. And so let's just see how it play out.
Yeah.
We need Stacey back.
I need her back. I need
Baby, she was sitting right beside me at Kempire's. She looked like a beauty queen. She looked like a young King of Moore.
You didn't tell me you went.
Yeah, he came to DC.
I know, but I didn't know you went.
Of course.
So, girl,
I got the VIP package. I thought it was going to be after the show. It was before the show. And I missed the whole email. So I didn't even get to take no picture with him. That's why nobody knew, because I missed my VIP thing.
See, when he was in Atlanta, he did the picture stuff after the show. But
that's what he normally says. But when I went back, because the people were like, no, it already happened. I was like, what?
Damn,
and then I went back into my emails. They did send me an email. I overlooked it. Didn't even pay attention. But his VIP thing for DC was before the show, not after.
I see. He switched it up. Yeah, it was. I went in Atlanta this summer. It was a great experience. I did.
It was nice.
I took a picture with him.
I saw Shay Renee online. She's a content creator. I saw Bonnie Scotch. She's a content creator. I saw a lot of people. I met a lot of people. It was
nice, right? Even the audience. I like the people that attend. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all, let's hurry. Sorry, I kind of talked too long. Oh, we're kind of almost done. Oh God. All right, let's buckle up. It's Mia's segment. All right, this is where shit goes down, y'all. So let's start off by addressing. I think I hear an echo. A little slight echo. Okay, I'm sorry, because I know I heard it. Oh Lord, y'all. So they get into Mia and Ink, child, and they start off by addressing that Ink and Mia have broken up. She explained that, it was really difficult. I'll try to do her voice. I'm too tired to do Mia's voice. It was really difficult being in the public eye and all the dynamics that were involved with, Gordon, and just it became too much for him. She cries, of course, and just says it was really hard in the moment. She thought she was doing the right thing. But then looking back, she really wasn't. And she says that, she was married for 11 years. She poured a lot into her children and her family and worked hard for her family. And to see it all crumble is very hard, which I can imagine. Wendy was trying to throw her a bone in the beginning and said, what I write? Okay. Yeah, Wendy was trying to throw me a little bone, and she kind of defended Ink's character. I'm assuming she's been around Ink. She spoke as if she's been around Ink. Wendy spoke very highly of him. And just in regards to Ink signing on to do the show, she's like, he came on board because he loved Mia, but was overwhelmed by the backlash and the criticism from the viewers. However, Ashley was like, well, let's wait a minute here. Ink was very vocal and opinionated and came on very strong against Gordon. 1 second. Oh, yeah. No. Right?
No, that part.
Because, and
I interrupt you.
Y'all know I despise Ashley, child. I despise her. But always, if you're right, you're right. You know what I mean? And Ashley was right. Like, Ink, you don't be trying to act like you were just, I'm just here to support you. You very much so were not just playing in the background. You were very vocal and you were very abrasive towards Gordon. Okay. Giselle chimes in and says that she does not think that they're broken up. She feels like Ink wanted camera time and loved to be on camera. And she thinks Wait, I want to hear you laugh. Unmute yourself. I can't stand it. I feel like I'm just
No,
like, yeah.
I was laughing at something else that's going on in the house. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord. Okay, we gonna hurry up, child. She feels like Ink wanted camera time and loved the camera, and she thinks the whole thing, as far as them breaking up, is a scheme that Todd set up for them to come to you with the bullshit. Giselle said,
You gotta do the turn like Further.
Yes, girl, do the turn. Wait, let's do it again because I don't have a little turning chair. What was it? It was a scheme that Todd set up for them to come to you with the bullshit. Boom, swerve that chair. Yep.
Did I time it right?
Woo, woo. I'm a swerve in the corner. Woo. Now, Giselle says that Mia does not live in the DMV area, that she actually lives in Atlanta secretly, and that she flies in to do her interviews. Mia's like, Mia adamantly denied it. Giselle says that, yeah, she flies into the DMV for her interviews. I don't know if she meant like the confessional interviews or what she meant. She says that her kids are, Mia says her kids are homeschooled. So I don't know where Giselle got that. I'm not going to harp on that part too much.
But what I will say about Giselle.
Yes, ma'am.
Giselle seemed like she is listening to people who are in her DMs.
Oh, okay. That's
now
possible.
You know she already brought up the part about the happy. Did she talk about the happy Eddie thing? Talking about
I didn't talk about. I thought it was that was with Stacy. Yeah, I didn't bring it up.
That was one.
That was weird. Yeah.
And then this one was two. And you know how people be trying to get in your DMs or whatever, trying to give you tea and all that stuff or whatever. However, Stacy's, if you looked at her reaction looked like she was almost like, oh, we might need to see a little bit more about that, because I think that there was more to it. You didn't talk about it, but
but I kind of feel like there may be truth to it, because it's like that's such a specific.
She has specific details, right?
Very specific rumor, and I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, there have been specific rumors that were outlandish and that were false, but it just seems like it came out of nowhere. But then my issue is, who cares if Stacy wants to do a business deal, a cannabis business? I'm sorry, Wendy. I don't need
you ain't the only person in the cannabis business. Yeah. You're not the only one in the candle business. You ain't the only one in the home goods business. You're not the only one in the t-shirt. And you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter.
It was weird. Like, even if she was like, I would have been, I mean, I don't know if Stacy lied or not. She probably did lie, but my thing is, so what? I don't really need
So but my real point is just saying that it feels like Giselle is just being fueled by people in her DMs, and she's just going with that stuff. So I don't know for sure.
She's being fed information, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't put it past, girl. Because that seems, that was odd. So Wendy then holds Mia's feet to the fire and says, okay, honey, I know I threw you a bone a minute ago, but now I got to clock in and give you the real tea. She was like, well, I think that this is an entire plan and storyline this season in regards to her, Ink, and Gordon. And it basically backfired on Mia. And because it wasn't good for her brand and her reputation, and she was getting backlash from everyone, that she feels like Mia decided to break up with Ink and get back with Gordon and start embracing Gordon and posting photos with him on social media to kind of ditch Ink to protect her image and reputation, because she was receiving quite a bit of backlash. Wendy suspects that all three of them are in it together. Let's take a pause on that, Nita the Diva. What do you think about Wendy's allegations that this is all a scheme?
That Todd set up
to come to you with the bullshit. Yes, spin that chair, girl. Spin that chair.
Listen, the thing about that is that I know Wendy is a smart girl, but I know us content creators been saying that from the jump.
Yeah,
And I
y'all
don't
know.
know if she took our shit or
I don't know.
took our stuff or took content creator stuff, because we already said
Yeah,
that.
a lot of people did. A lot of
And
people
now
did.
all of a sudden she bringing it to the platform. Fine, whatever. You got it, Wendy. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you.
And they seem to all agree, Nita. They seem to have
Yeah,
agreed.
absolutely. Because it makes sense, because she keeps flip flopping and it doesn't make any sense at the end of the day. So I'm just like, yeah, no. I'm 100% behind. Um, because what I found crazy was Gordon going to TMZ and bringing it to the forefront at first, and then all of a sudden the conversation talks about trying to protect the children, and this
Ooh.
thing is happening, and this thing is so many different things happening, and it feels like all of y'all are contributing, and then it's one way this way, one day is this way, the next
Yeah,
day is this way. Like they are all over the place with this storyline,
it is.
and it feels like they can't even keep the shit together.
I
Like
agree.
Mia, if y'all are gonna lie, y'all need to have a board meeting every week so y'all can keep y'all fucking lives straight.
Nita, stop. I can't. Oh, wait, where'd you go? I can't.
Can we keep our lives straight?
Oh, this is too funny.
Okay, I'm done.
No, I
I'm just saying.
I
Look,
agree.
look, you dealing. Look, Kiana called it elder abuse. You dealing with an old man. Girl, y'all gotta have a weekly meeting, all y'all together. I don't care if it's on
Oh
Zoom.
God,
I don't care if it's in person. Y'all gotta have a meeting so y'all can keep our lives straight, so that we don't have to call you out in our reviews. Because come on,
hold
y'all
on.
looking crazy here.
Because we got a little more to go with Mia. We
Okay,
almost done.
all
Because
right.
it's about to. It takes a turn, rightfully so, but it takes a turn. So Andy starts reading questions from the viewers, and he asks, who led the charge as far as finding out the paternity of Jeremiah, and she said that it was Ink, and because he really wanted to know. Andy asks her a very valid question. What does Jeremiah know about these conversations? Like, does he know that these conversations are basically, being had? And she said, no, not at the moment. Um, they're not allowed to watch the show or be on social media. And everybody was like, time out. Giselle was like, So, girl, it's 2025. Like, you don't think they're classmates, people's parents, anything. I mean, it's access, to the world. So it's just like, it's gonna get back to him. Essentially, Ashley and Giselle were speaking up like, you don't think this is gonna get back to him? It's almost like, girl, you're gonna have to beat those people to the punch. You know what I'm saying, Nita? Because can you imagine if a kid repeats what he or she may have heard their parents, like kids repeat shit
Yes,
all.
sir.
It's very easy. It's very easy. Especially with a show, especially if you're in a town and there's a huge show like Housewives of Potomac, in your city. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a very valid point. Of course, Mia says in hindsight that she regrets bringing that topic to the show because that is something that she is going to have to prepare him for. Um, the conversation, okay, yeah. The conversation switches to the disparaging comments that Mia made about Giselle's daughters. Then they show an unseen footage clip from Ashley's drag queen event. The ladies had another conversation as a group, and it looks like a more quiet, private area. It wasn't too noisy. Giselle says it was a quick clip, you guys. Giselle said, Mia, keep my children's name out your mouth. Mia was like, no, you keep my kid's name out your mouth. And Giselle said, I wasn't talking about your kids, beloved. I was talking about you. And Mia walks up to Giselle's face like she about to do something, kind of in a threatening manner. And Mia is a fucking
piece of work.
She defends it by saying, well, that's because you said I was a terrible mother. Giselle said, oh, bitch, this season you were acting like a terrible mother. That's what Giselle clocked it, and I stand behind what Giselle said. Giselle said no woman, no mother would ever discuss the paternity of their child on national effing television. So yes, this season you did act like a terrible mother, and baby,
well, except for the girls on Jerry Springer.
Wait, what about Jerry Springer?
Oh, Jerry Springer. What's the other guy's name? Maury Povich.
I just caught the reference. Yes,
that's the only place they discuss the term paternity.
To Nita's amazing point, which was oh my god, so funny.
They be running all over the place, crying, crashing out.
In the case of David Brown Johnson, you are not the father.
Crying and crashing out, baby. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Shows, baby.
But not on the Housewives stage, okay?
I mean, definitely not on the Housewives, but in any, it's just in poor taste. Right. Again, at his age, the boy is 9 years old, and Mia, you willingly and intentionally made it a part of your storyline to discuss his paternity. You could have told Ink, I refuse to talk about that on camera, that it will be a private matter between us. We are not.
No, she with the shits. Mia is with the shits. And you know she is.
Oh, I know.
And Ink is too. Because before he even stepped foot on the Housewives platform, he in there doing interviews with Carlos King.
Okay, so do you agree?
So he wanted the fame. He wanted the notoriety. He did.
He did. It seemed like it to me, but I just didn't know if I was tripping. So you agree with Giselle that he loved the cameras, he wanted the cameras, he wanted the attention, he wanted the spotlight.
Yeah. And then she got Carlos King coaching her. No wonder you a crash and burn, girl.
Well,
crash and burn.
So Mia storms off the stage and says, yep, that's it. Not about my kids. That's it. Not my kids. And I don't think she returns for part 3. I think she stormed off.
You think she's going to be gone?
Yeah. From the clips I saw in the seating arrangement. Yeah, no. From the seating arrangement, like the clips that I saw, I do not think she returns. I don't think so. I would be surprised.
It would be like ultra dramatic.
Unless they chop it
walk off the stage like 3 fucking times, and
yeah, it would.
Coming back, girl, cut it out.
I don't think she comes back. I don't even really see a need for her to. We don't really need her to at this point.
But at the end of the day, if we didn't have Mia here this season, what would we really be talking about other than Paris DUI?
Exactly. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Nobody else had a storyline.
The girls gave, I mean, I don't want to say nothing because yes, of course, Giselle, we get it. We've watched your girls grow up on the show. I adore Giselle's daughters. So I do enjoy every time they're on the camera, baby. The way they get her together.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Mia made the season for me.
Because besides, like you said, Nita, besides that, it would have just been.
I mean, if she wasn't lying so damn much, then maybe we could get to some kind of resolve. But girl, stop lying.
The Mia, Ink, and Gordon storyline would have been successful if she did not make it messy and involve the kids so much. If the kids were more protected and weren't involved too heavy in the
she should have made it about her marriage, not about the children and the paternity. She should have made it about her side chick,
exactly,
side nigga, and her husband.
Exactly. Okay, the girls are coming back. I left. I thought y'all left us, Shane. I thought you left me, girl. Nia is desperate to
Hey,
stay on
Belle.
hold on, y'all. Belle, bitch. The way you had me hooping and hollering with your
Married the best.
baby, I comment, baby. Bell perspective. Y'all, if y'all want to watch a very entertaining, no holds bar review on Married to Medicine, please check out the Bell Perspective TV. I was cracking up. Like I might go watch it.
Always.
So I just love that you are unapologetically yourself. Ooh, that word was a struggle. I did it though. I said it, but I love that you're just authentic and you don't really give a damn and you talk your shit and I don't always agree, but eight times out of 10, I be agreeing with you, sis. So I really don't even be 8 times out of 10. I agree with you, and I just love your commentary. It's just be feeling like I'm talking to a homegirl, but you be going in, and I love every minute of it. So I have to give you your flowers.
Love it.
You definitely are one of the ones that paved the way for a lot of us. So appreciate you. Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
we just I think we're wrapping it up, right?
Oh, we're done. I have 2 lines, y'all. Eddie, FaceTime and TJ, y'all, in the cliffhanger.
Okay,
So,
the cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger.
We'll talk about it next week.
Oh yeah, Eddie's in the dressing room. He FaceTimes TJ. TJ, I do want to respect the fact that he said he was had just evacuated. I think the day before he was affected by the LA fires, so I'm happy that he was safe. I do want to acknowledge that. But TJ said, "Baby, I ain't coming to that fake ass show with them fake ass people." I was like, TJ, you talk like that? Like with him and Stacy, y'all talk like that. TJ said, I don't want to be around that fake ass show with them fake ass people. And then he drops a bomb on Eddie. And you can tell Eddie and Greg were like, oh, we didn't know. They had a very authentic reaction. So it must have been something big. And then Eddie texts Wendy, his wife. And Wendy said, oh my God, you guys. Everybody was like, bitch, what? Andy was like, what? Producer in the back was like, what's going
But
on?
how they was bleeping it out though? They was bleeping it out.
Wait, what happened to you? Oh, girl, you froze up. You scared the shit out of me.
Oh no, I said they was bleeping it out. Like whenever they were talking, they was bleeping it out. What happened? That must be you, because I'm still going. Hello.
All right, y'all. That's my internet telling me to get the fuck on. Can you hear me? That's my internet telling me to get the out of here. We've been on for almost 2 hours. TJ, no, he need a hush. He needed a check over there heating up.
Girl, I'm gonna tear TJ's ass up next week, bitch. Because when I tell you, if I'm paying you and you ain't got nothing nice to say to me, and you treating me and you out here embarrassing me out in these Potomac streets, no. That's why I was like, no, she can't be paying him. Not the way he disrespecting her. Not the way he coming at her. Not the way. No, not the audacity.
The audacity.
Not the caucasity.
Nita and the Bell respect.
At least talk to me nice if you getting my money. Do you think I'm paying you to make a fool out of me on this damn camera?
And you know what's interesting, Nita? I mean, obviously it was a few months ago, I think before the holidays or around the holidays, he made sure to bring his ass on Watch What Happens Live for Stacey's premiere, her first time on Watch What Happens Live a few months ago when he wore that black sheer button down shirt where his chest was out.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Oh, shit. It's time to go. All right, y'all. I've been talking too goddamn much. My internet fucking up, my choking. It's time to go. We've been here almost 2 hours, but it's okay because we did 2 parts. So it was all goody in the hoodie. Nita the Diva, anything coming up on your channel you want to promote? I think you just dropped the video.
Yeah, I dropped Captain America Brave New World.
Oh,
yes, I got a couple of shorts. Check those out. They're doing pretty good with the numbers.
okay.
And also 2 doing Yellow Jackets tomorrow at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, she back, y'all. She back in the YouTube streets, kind of playing with us a little bit, y'all. As far as me, child, what's tomorrow? Friday. I might drop a little hot topics, trending topics video. I'm gonna go through my little social media and see if there's anything really pressing that I want to talk to y'all about. If not, y'all are gonna see me next week, Shawty. Raising Canaan, y'all. Raising Canaan premieres.
It's coming back. The crew about to be back. We about to be back.
Is about to be back. I don't want to reveal anything. I did talk to Lamont today. We have been meaning to kind of talk, so we had a really nice conversation today, and both personal and professional.
We did, Belle, at the beginning, the very beginning of the video. So go back and watch the replay.
Rewind and shout it. Go ahead, replay, crew, babe. Get that replay. Oh, and I gotta stop. I gotta freaking remember to do my little housekeeping. My little 1-2. I be talking too goddamn much. Can y'all please hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell button. That way you will be notified whenever we drop new content. Okay. Thank you. Yes, this was so much fun. So much fun. Thank you to every person who showed up and showed out and supported us. I'm not about to read through all of it. Y'all know who you are. We all love you. We appreciate you every single time y'all tune in and support.
Belle, you like my chat? You like mine too? You on her channel?
I like both of the videos. Like my video, like Nita's video. Pretty please. It helps us get into the algorithm. Please. We have been getting new watchers, y'all. So if we continue to run the likes up, that might continue to push us further in the algorithm in a positive way. So let's run the likes up, put a comment, please, y'all. It helps. I know the YouTubers know, but those who don't know, it helps. Please. All right, y'all.
Because y'all know I'm looking sleepy, y'all.
Yeah, I'm tired. My throat.
It's past my bedtime.
I'm choking. It's past the bedtime. My internet cutting out. We love y'all. We will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.